as many members of the community. This is why this stream is absolutely awesome, and I love everything behind Gears Fight
And don't
Night.
worry, hey, yo, we looking out there for all of you guys. Don't act like I don't know that you guys be blowing up my DMs all the time talking for Fight Night. So
I've seen your DMs.
So if I haven't replied, you know, apologies. Okay, I see you though. You on the list though, but everybody they're trying to make it on here. We have a high demand of people trying to get on the show and showcase their talents, and we've been introduced to a lot of new players. Like you said, that's the beauty of it all, right? It
is, and I get tweeted that all the time. Hey, how do I make it? How do I become a pro? I want to be an MLG pro. How do I do it?
This
all
is definitely
starts
a good start
with platforms like this, right? But anyway, moving on. Game number 2 of the evening underway. Render versus Reactive. Render going to be our blue squad.
And
Reactive,
we will see
red.
an opening basic strat of both teams sitting 3 to 4 players up top to control this neutral hill. Now, that front spawn player, he's going to be trying to rush in there into that arch and control this position before the opposing team. So that's where we usually kind of see our first break ice fight on this map.
Already, it looks like it's going to be born inside that hill, and of course, you mentioned several times your love of that little spot. He was in that corner, of course, on that B hill, which is where it's
beautiful back A right there.
Yo,
like
got Corey sleeping.
Took little damage, he got in there, he managed to break ice for his team. That's gonna force Reactive back a little bit, and Render's looking good though, but Raindrop, he's looking to fire back right here. Can Vaughn pick up a double? He's gonna have help. He won't be alone right here, but Reactive, they need to be smart here.
On still just being a nuisance, staying alive, and this is a
I know he's upset with his teammate blocking him right here, because he's like, yo, I'm full red, I'm trying to slide in here, but you're just holding my cover.
Oh, dearie me, and just like that, Reactive, 3 kills come in. B hill will be theirs, and you'll see that score, of course, reduce relatively quickly. And just a quick look at our overhead as well. You can see a couple of players from Render coming off spawn. That cottage spawn, of course, the blue squad spawn in this first round.
And so now you saw the Reactive push there by Reactive, and they're gonna, you know, we gotta do a few of them every time, right? But they're gonna be in there, they're gonna be controlling that B hill. Render, they had good control, but you saw how Vaughn's cover was blocked. He needed to kind of like get back there, get there, but you gotta have to communicate with your teammates. Like, yo, I'm weak, give me the spot, you know, find somewhere else to sit, like move around, yada yada. But we will see Render make a second push up top. So now, usually on a map like this, if you lose that initial fight, you have 2 options to kind of play down low for the home hills, or wait till everybody respawns, get a new set of smokes, and push back up here.
Well read that by Easily B. Just turned around, finds himself a pretty easy pick. I believe that was actually on Vinny. And Render, they're going to get control of that B hill. But look how, boy, in fact, no, they're not. They actually pull off. And the C hill's being neutralized as well. It is secured finally by Render, and B hill now, after that commotion, will be recaptured by Render. So 2-to-1 hill advantage. They will once again go into the lead. And what's the best way of retaking this B hill?
You know, it comes down to making sure you get good smokes up there, and sometimes really gotta like smoke and get loose and push that situation there. But also, if you can manage to put some pressure down low on your opposing team's home hill and try to draw some players down, right? Draw some players down just for a little bit of a time for your teammates to have a man advantage fight up top on that neutral hill.
Oh, heads up play as well coming in from Render. The pistol gets pulled out and the shots go down. Easy picks. Render now may actually have that trip cap. Domination coming in round number 1. They will get it. Nicely played, and you'll see so many teams across the world, as soon as they get 3-4 kills and they have a 2-to-1 hill advantage, they just immediately flood that opposition hill. They put the pressure on, and you force mistakes from the opposite team.
And because depending on whatever map it is and which side the hills are on, you know which hill the opposing team has to play for.
Exactly that.
So in majority of the time, it's that home hill. So you know you're gonna get these guys funneling towards that direction, so you can kind of just push up on the map and just kind of trap them there early on and have that commotion on top of that home hill and come out with a win, especially in the later portions of these rounds. It just works out perfect. Oh,
all right, double snipes dropped.
Okay.
All right, Reactive. Let's see how that one plays out. Of course, now heading into round number 2, we will have a 12-second respawn delay, as you mentioned earlier on in the show. In escalation, your respawn goes up 2 seconds per round until halftime. Of course, then it goes all the way back down to 10 and back up unless we get to an overtime round 13, which we love. Then we have 22-second respawns. But as you saw, double snipes placed down, and
but this is, see, you gotta understand that this man Declines, one of the best snipers in Gears War UE when he broke into the scene.
Really?
Yeah, no, he was definitely top 5 in Gears War UE when it comes down to sniper. He's the support player, and he's the sharpshooter for this squad, so it's a reason why they put this down.
All right, I like it. So obviously you're seeing that Reactive just playing around one of their weapon, or sorry, their heavy weapons, their big weapons, you know, like a sniper rifle. You have someone, as you mentioned in the last map, who's talented with it. Put it down. Let him get jiggy with it. Let him make plays. It's always good to have playmakers on your squad. And that's what we're expecting to see from Declines, but Easily had different ideas there. He's like, you ain't getting close to me. Don't even try it. Don't try and disrespect me like that. And that should be the B hill now in Render's favor.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 players down here. They need to make sure they get their home hill, but Vinny did a good job overextending. He's going to cap that up, so that was smart. You go, you cap, you back up, regroup with your squad, because you know you're going to have to force some players down there to decap their home hill. Depending on if you have a good support weapon down, let's say like you got maybe Enforcers, Overkill, something nice, close range Retro Lancers, maybe you can harass on a home hill a little bit longer than usual, but he just made sure that his teammates was able to keep a good, decent lead here until they are able to make the secondary push on the B hill.
It's just being a nuisance. It forces you, if you have a setup, to actually just track all the way back to your home hill. You got to make sure your teammate coming off spawn isn't basically getting spawn killed. Yep. You got to make sure he's okay. You got to retake the hill. It just takes time, and it forces you as well to break your own setup. And that's the key.
What just happened right here with Easy pushing down? That shouldn't happen. You need to make sure you have players in position that's kind of, you can't have these guys pushing down to your side of the map, especially if your next goal is to cap that B hill.
Oh, and unfortunately a team kill comes through.
That was unfortunate.
Stimulates, but he was able to shut down Declines as well before, I believe it was Sam finally found
is,
that.
Vitalism get some help. He does get some help from Raindrops. I'm surprised you actually had Donnie go down there and kind of go clean up that kill and give up his position. I think that was a bad move by him. At that point, you just kind of, I would have just held off or maybe just backed up. Put yourself in a position on B to kind of hold that position to your teammates.
Oh, don't peek. Don't peek this, man. You don't regret it.
Through hot.
That was a nice snipe. Of course, that will keep the B hill neutral and in control of Render now. As good map control comes through. Look at the scoreboard, 169 to 151, and a couple of free shots could come through from Easily.
Good shot.
Shotgun out, and again, you just see that team fire coming through. They've isolated 2 players from Reactive. Honestly, both should go down. There's the first. Can Vaughn get away? Turns around, and both players down. Both players dead. 3 players dead as well. Render playing it beautifully.
Good plays. Good teamwork there by Render. Keeping control, making sure that they were able to draw attention in the areas of the map that they wanted to draw attention. They won a team fight. They held off there for a good amount of time there, and they won that off of points.
Well, nicely played. 2-0 in favor of Render. So Reactive needing to fight back a little bit. Of course, you do have 2 players yet to find a pick.
So one thing is about snipes on the map. You know, of course, it's very deadly in certain players' hands. You get that long range potential. Definitely get those body shots, those headshots. Definitely could be a factor, but you're gonna have some players get lost in the sauce, so to speak. All right, gonna get that snipe, and they're gonna have that snipe out in the wrong situations. All right, not able to connect with those shots and not knowing when to technically put it away. All right, and in those situations, your team is almost at a disadvantage at a 4v5 if you have a player that gets lost in the sauce with snipe.
Lost in the sauce.
Lost in the sauce. You know, they just get tunnel vision.
I just want to point out, Nunes doesn't have any kills, and he has 67 seconds.
How you gonna put our boy on blast like that?
I said I would. I said I would. I'm sorry, Nunes. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's gonna step things up a little bit, potentially even here in round number 3. Both snipes already picked up, and again, you're gonna see that big fight over towards our mid-neutral hill. That B hill, of course, and Easily, who was making some pretty impressive plays last round. He's gonna be on your screens early on in this one. And Render just, again, playing for that control up top and waiting to see if they can maybe bait anyone from Reactive in.
Yeah, Stimulates is picking up his headshots there with Snipe, and he's going to be in a good position.
Oh!
Get the double, and he actually out-sniped their sniper Decline.
Oh, we don't normally hit those, but he hits those. That was impressive as hell from Stimulates now.
Oh, he's looking for a third.
You blame him? When your shot's on, your shot's on. You know, you used to snipe.
Exactly.
You can be pretty impressive.
As long as you hit those shots,
you ready for this?
It does a lot of damage. Oh, he's definitely going to catch the guy on the right.
He's like, peek me. Peek me. I double dare you. Run away. Oh, the down comes through. And is that going to be cleaned up? Yes, it will.
As long as you hit your shots, even if they're body shots.
Oh, I like
still good plays there, but. And now they can't lose focus. They need to make sure they cap up B.
That's true.
And hold this 2 cap. These players are going to be on respawn. They have 2 there. They can kind of pick them off a little bit longer, but it's no need to rush here. All right? You know, so far, Reactive, they've been on their heels here. You know, so you don't have to torture them just too much. What you doing here?
Oh!
He connected with that shot.
He hit that.
I didn't know. He hit it, yo.
Talk about finding the angle, first of all.
Like, he barely can see through that tree. Like,
he is finding the angles, dude. Wow.
Come on, teach us.
Yo,
teach us.
Pull out your notepads and pens, ladies and gentlemen at home. I want to see when you're playing ranked escalation, I want to see that spot used more so.
We rarely see double snipes on this map, yo, especially in these positions, though. But he was very impactful with it. But this is the opening play. You're going to have Vitalism come through, pick up double. He's going to get the third, too. I just feel it. He's going to get that third.
The third as well.
And he wants to turn fourth.
No, he got
Look at you.
They're
going to push through, and that was the play that his team needed to get this domination and get that momentum in here.
Talk about taking the game in your own hands. That's all 5 players. That is an ace. Why not get another ace? Go for it. Come on, push him. Disrespect him. Go for 6. Go on, do it to him. There's 6. Make it 7. Do it to him. 7. Is he going to get it? No. Simulate finally puts a shutdown to it. But as you can see, the pressure coming through. It's reactive.
Where's his teammates?
I think somehow Render survived this push.
Where's his teammates?
Oh, no. Easily.
How, Sway?
A huge clutch.
How? What's up?
I feel like that should have been the round.
That's it. But you cannot lose composure here. They can win off a 2-cap. Once they respawn up, they need to make sure they get to that home hill, get some bar control here as well. This is a fight I'm not sure if you want to take here. You give up B here, but their home hill is being decapped. Actually, it's going to get recapped here, so they're still getting points for that.
This is why Render
needs to be smart.
Render have to kind of recognize here, we have to be aggressive over towards A. You're going to lose the game. It's all good and well trying to play around a pick with the sniper rifle, but time is ticking. 195, 158, 10 seconds away for Reactive. Shots go down with the sniper rifle. Vaughn tries to push in, and that will be the first. 2 players go down. Now the hill is being decapped as well. Reactive, where are you on the map? It's going to be Declineless, the last man up. Vinny coming off spawn. The B hill's completely neutral.
Oh,
There's going to be 2 players over there.
They need to stay in this.
Hill's going to be broken once again. A 2v2 fight, but bear in mind, just stay alive. Buy your teammates some time coming off spawn so they can cap your home hill. That's going to be the question. Have they done enough? B hill's being capped. Will the A hill be broken? It's not. It is. The A hill's broken, but look at the score. It doesn't matter. It's over. I feel for Reactive. Time to get some praise in the chat.
Damn, can we get some Bible thumps? Okay, because that was just very, very unfortunate for those guys. But you have to still keep your composure there when you're going for that domination. He was able to pick up 2 kills, even at, he got 7 straight kills there. These guys are coming off 6. They were on 16-second respawns, and you don't manage to get that. Oh,
heartbreaking.
Yeah, it really is.
Very heartbreaking.
But you got to ask yourself, was that just a fantastic clutch there by Render, or was just a terrible mistake there by Reactive? And I just think that's just a terrible mistake in setup.
Yeah, I think Reactive, as we mentioned, they could have ended that round, a minute ago, essentially, a minute and a half ago. But to Render's credit, clutch up when they needed to. And they have themselves now a very pretty 3-0 lead. But, of course, we saw in our first show match of the evening a 3-0 lead, which at the half, we were all tied up at 3-3. So anything can happen in escalation. Reactive, though, they got to try and close out those rounds.
Yeah, these later rounds are some of the most important here, especially when it comes down to players that break ice here. Stimulates has been the player to watch here with these snipes.
Dude, he's so good.
Even though he has a fierce opponent on the other end and declines, he has been the one to be making the plays. But smart play on placing the incense down low, because they can use that to help retake B if they need to.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Declines is just getting out sniped right now on stream.
I will be. If I was him, I was like, yo, can someone else grab snipe, please?
Beautiful play. He connected with the shot, came in, got the support fire for his team. Me Shield getting the 4th kill. They got the kill on home down here. He's about
this is the round.
That's it. That is the round.
This should be the round.
Now, this is the roles reversed.
Push him. He just throws the instant, boom. That should be a kill. Nicely done. I mean, you look at the lead 4-0, but you have to look at the sniping. Yeah, you have to look at the sniping that's come through. It's opened the doors. I mean, he gets that first pick. As soon as that first pick comes down, Reactive lose the numerical advantage. They can no longer trade efficiently up top at B. The kills go in Render's favor anyway, so it wasn't even a
And that snipe placement was a placement that Declines had asked for, and he's been getting out sniped. So that just has to be unfortunate for him. Ain't nothing you can do right now, but gotta clutch up here, and you gotta win these 2 rounds going into the second half of the game. And then
I'm impressed with what I've seen from Render. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, these guys.
This is impressive stuff.
That's what the appreciation and the change that we have the amateur showcase with the amateur 250s now.
Yep.
you give these guys teams like this time to kind of mature,
practice, get better,
exactly.
get that experience, and when you're playing teams of your similar
I'm
quality.
telling you, once you build a team's confidence, they can fight in matches like these.
This is true. Well, Reactive back against the wall here. You need to find that first round in the series. Will it come this time? That's the question. Of course, sniper rifles picked up from both our two squads.
Oh, you just went out there like that's a scary shot there. You know, one thing in this game that's not in previous Gears games, you can be in the right hand and look around corners without being seen. But this game, you can't do that and do some of those ghost shots, so to speak.
A couple of misplays, you could argue, coming from Render. I know someone actually killed themselves. It may have been Picasso. Had, I think it was Ensign, went for the suicide, and team kills come through as well. So you should see Reactive get control of the map, and that's exactly what happens. And another headshot comes through as well.
That was a good headshot there to hold off that part of the map here on B.
I feel like
the nades got picked up by Beasley, I believe, but just wasn't able to be used to their full potential there in the beginning of that round, so that's just unfortunate.
I think the Kleinlos was a little bit upset. He's like, hey, these guys don't think I'm the best sniper in this lobby.
Hey, sometimes you just have to turn up.
Oh, like that!
You just gotta turn up and trade those shots back and forth. Sometimes when you get your headshot off, you gotta tip your head to your opponent. Be like, you know what? Good shot, but I got something for you too. All right?
Yeah, I never do that. I just rage.
Do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes when somebody catches me with a good shot, I'm just like, all right, that was nice. But I got some juice in my cup.
In my entire competitive gaming career, I've ever said, nice shot.
You really haven't?
Hell no. When I'm playing, I want to demoralize the opposition as much as possible so my teammates feel better.
I've said that. I've had the pleasure of sniping against some of the best players in the game, Franchise, Prospect.
I mean, that's a little bit
Cali North, Fiber Optics.
Honestly, like
Genesis. And if those guys ever caught me with a good shot, I'm like, yo, that was good. I can't say nothing about it.
Nah, I'd be like,
the only way you get respect is you throw another one back at them.
Fair enough. Declineless still, of course, controlling this B hill. A hill completely neutral. Look at the score. 133 to 92 point lead that Reactive has been able to earn here, of course. They are looking for their first round. You can just hear those shots going off in the distance easily. Trying to make his way up towards B, but he's going to have players left and right. And yep, makes the right decision, just backs away. But just a little bit of disrespect comes through. He's like,
he's juking everybody with that.
I'm going to push that home hill. That's mine.
They're like, he's bottom mid. No, he's top mid. He's going apples. He's not apples. He's going barn. He just juked them all with that one. Put himself in a good position, and now you're going to see his teammates. They're going to start to control this B hill. Well, keep control over the B hill, so to speak. Need to cap up quick because now they're in trip cap territory. They need to play for the domination. They're too far behind here in points.
Definitely are, but we have seen them in round 1 and round 2 look very, very comfortable closing out those rounds, even when they were kind of down as well mathematically. Vinny, though, he will put a stop to that first initial push, but realistically, if you're Render, you do not have long to work with here. You need to make that play. Yes, you're controlling B and C. The best you can hope here is that Reactive start to turtle up, and that may actually be the case. Unsure if anyone's tried to overextend up towards B, but here comes the push from Render. Will they be able to trade the kills efficiently? Easily is still alive. He goes down, and that should be the round now for Reactive, unless complete disaster occurs, which, considering where Vaughn is on the map, will not happen. Nicely played, Reactive.
Good round here for Reactive. They're not out of this yet. You're gonna come to a 20-second respawn. So if the Clans can break ice here with this sniper, pick up one kill to give your team an advantage somewhere on the map, give your team a man advantage in a certain location. He picks up a kill at B. They can definitely possibly come out of here with a good 2 cap there and progress forward there while that guy's on his respawn timer. But they're gonna have to be smart here. Also, I say that you take the X off a top manner, right? You have to win your fights. It's just factual information. You know, you're going to win them. This is an all-out round right here. I think they reward themselves at the top half of the map. And plus, they got snipes here. That guy can't pick up that for free, you know? But they're looking here at the dual spawns.
Bear in mind, this is Render's first weapon placement as well.
Yeah.
Of the round. So really, they could have done pretty much anything they wanted. In this case, you know, change up the pace of the game, change the tempo up, you know, really just kind of force Reactive to react.
Yep. But with Render being as strong as they were, I like it.
Force Reactive to react. Just me, by myself.
I'm
smiling.
I'm laughing with you. Okay. We got some people in the chat just need to keep a tally of that, okay? How many puns we make off the Reactive. All right, but the opening break here is gonna come off here on the start, and you will see Render take B once again, but it's Raindrops and Reactive who break ice right here. Nades coming out. First one's gonna be a dud. Incense are gonna be in favor here of Reactive. Both snipers are still in play as well. They need to be smart here and work their man advantage to get this 4-2 right here on the map. Come out here with another round, but as long as they can stay alive here, they're gonna have to back out. Stimulates, looking to make plays, and he picks up a double, also with the kill of Vaughn there, and they will come in here, Cat B, and they're looking to push forward here and take the whole hill as well.
Nunes could be in some trouble as well because a lot of shots gonna go down. He was kind of caught a little bit out of position there, and the A hill will be retaken by Render, or should be. Actually, they're probably just going to leave that to first player off the spawn. That makes a lot of sense. Put the pressure straight on C. Now you see those players off spawn. They're going to cut the A hill, and here comes the pressure on C. This could be a very, very quick round. Vinny's going to have to go big on the C hill. He needs to at least break it. The smokes are, of course, down. Hill broken. Will he be able to just force those plays from Render away? It looks like he's done his job for now. Needs to be careful not to push too far forward because 2 kills come in for Render. That's going to be 3 kills come in for Render. And once again, now they should be allowed to put the pressure on the C hill. Maybe just a little bit overzealous play from Reactive, but this round should be over with 4 players dead. Nunes last man alive, he goes down as well. Render go up at the half, 5 rounds to 1.
They started the game so well. They really did. They dodged both nades. They still had their snipers in play. Raindrops broke ice. They had the man advantage that they wanted. Still had 2 incense to use. You just have to be able to rotate on that map, get those incense up top. Make sure you get full control over B, but you had Stimulates and Vaughn come in, clutch up, put the pressure on these guys. And even when they broke their home hill there, Vinny, he was too aggressive right there. He was trying to make a play, just couldn't make it.
Well, heading into the second half now, we'll see our respawns back down to 10 seconds. And our hills also flipped. Of course, following this matchup, we will have Up to Gaming versus United, our North American 2K final. It's going to be a best of 3, so stay tuned for that one, the fight of the night. Render, meanwhile, just 2 rounds away from closing out this show match in emphatic style. Will they be able to do it? So far in this first round of the second half, it's looking good because the kills are all in their favor. That was just a beautiful play from Render right there, just almost baiting into Climeless.
Yeah, they got full control over Barn. Now you already see they're knocking on Reactive's door here, you know, trying to see what they can get. They got these guys enforcing his spawn, but you're gonna have the 3 players off respawn. They're looking down here at Barn. You see the 3 dots down there. They're grouping up. It's gonna be a 4th right here. Nunes looking to go down low. As long as Render can keep their distance, they can slay all 4 of those guys the same way they did to start the game, and then push for a 3 cap.
Nunes still on your screen. I mean, he's trying to make plays, but just every time he tries to move.
And that's the 3 kills down low. They went for the push, and then Nunes and him was like, well, you know what? Now we just got to defend this. But you got Stimulates. He knows he has enough time to flank here, but he's just going to put himself in a position to be annoying on anybody who wants to come this way.
And bear in mind, 10-second respawns here, so those players are going to be flying out of spawn very, very quickly. The D-Hill's still going to be neutral. Bear that in mind, and this is exactly why. A big, big fight. Reactive, of course, our red squad. They will regain control and stay alive for now. Kills looking as if it could come in their favor as well. They managed to get 2 players down, but again, just to reiterate, 10-second respawns. Players are going to be flying out of spawn.
In those situations, I see it, you know, time and time again, and actually too often, where you have the entire team on the opposing team's home hill, right? They're about to get a domination, and all they got to do is, especially on this map, kill those few guys that come up those stairs to the home hill. But the question is, how are you set up where you cannot down these guys running in straight lines trying to break that home hill? You know, Reactive should not have been able to break that right there. Render should have had full control. But once again, we saw Reactive make a mistake beforehand in that early domination that they didn't get. When you're playing for that domination, you need to make sure you're in the proper position to safely get those kills.
Yes, you do. ENF locked in by Render. Look at the score guide, 155 to around about 117. They're pretty much good at this point. There's 1 player from Reactive trying to be a nuisance over at F, but I mean, you're by yourself. You put yourself in a 1v2. Luckily, though, for Raindrops, he's actually going to win that somehow. I mean, there are those fights that you don't normally expect to win, but Raindrops left really with no other choice. He had to make a play, and to be fair, he made the play.
He did, and that's what you need. You need players like that on your squad to go big when you need them to. You see battle points here. This is a team Render game. You know, they're turtling up on this B hill, but they're winning the fight here. They got a strong shell. and you're gonna have Reactive trying to break through here. They're looking to push through. You got 3 members trying to get down to the D hill. Question is, can they get it in time? Nope. The big double coming out of Vaughn. He's gonna hold it off. Vinny's not doing nothing. And that's gonna be game point, match point here for
Vaughn
Render.
has 25 kills, guy. 25 kills. He is a slaying machine right now. And I mean, just a look at the scoreboard. I'm not even gonna say it. I feel like
You're not.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna be the polite guy for once.
Oh yeah, today. You're gonna choose today of all days.
There's a first time for everything. Okay.
Oh, okay.
First time for everything. As it stands, they're Render 6-1 up, and to be completely honest, they're in cruise control.
Hey, and you see Vaughn, he's the main slayer for the squad, okay? You know, he broke out into this scene at Haifa Station Summer Jam where he got 7th place for the first time. You know, this guy's been around for a while, and you know, he's looking to make his name here out in Gears 4 Esports.
Doing a very good job so far. A very, very good job. As top fragging the entire lobby, 25 kills. An impressive performance, and for Render, I mean, they're looking good to just close this one out now in style and really, really make a statement to a lot of those other teams out there who will be playing in those amateur 250s, and even, you know, a statement to a lot of other teams out there who may have never really given them a chance. You know, when you're asking for scrims, you know what it's like as a former pro. Yeah. And when you're on that up and up, you're trying to get scrims against the best of the best. Yeah. Like, nah, I ain't scrimming against you.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have, you know, you want to scrim against people who've already proved themselves, but sometimes you find some of your best matches against teams like this. You know, you gotta be able to give everybody a chance, but then at the same time, the up-and-coming teams gotta find new ways to kind of break out into the scene and get their names known as well.
Looking now over to Declineless. Once again, D&E already locked in by Render, and this is not the start Reactive would have wanted. As they once again try and fight back over towards that E hill, it's going to be Declineless still looking to just force those plays from Render away. To their credit, they've done just that. You have to be careful though to not allow another retake. F-hill, in fact, that seems to be the plan of attack for Render. Play for those home hills and then pinch down over towards that mid-neutral hill. That's going to be taken once again. Vaughn
should not be allowed to get any kills in this situation.
He should be dead. That's what Vaughn should be. The fact he's still alive is crazy, and he may actually get out with his life here.
He may come out and help his teammate with 1 kill, but he did a lot of damage right there, and also I thought he was going to get at least 1 more kill there, but he did a good job decapping that home hill. He focused, he grabbed a lot of attention there, and now you see the fight down here. Vinny looking to come here and fight back. He's trying to bring his team back in here.
Definitely is. Fighting and trying to grasp any opportunity to try and make a play. You're going to see the D hill taken by Reactive. Their rotation game has been on point, and Nunes is actually team killed there. He shut down Raindrop, so ignore that 1 kill under his name. It is actually 2 if you include team kills. So we'll take that. We'll take that.
Can we flame on in the chat a little bit here?
He's making his way over towards the E hill, and he should be good to be able to win this 1v1. You'd potentially put money on this one, but it's a 1v2. It's now a 1v3, and I mean, Nunes, he's going to go down. Tonight's performance brought to you by Olive Garden.
Oh, and here you go. You got vitalized. Oh, bringing the salt to it. Oh, man. Yo, Vaughn is pushing through here. He's going to start all night long. And he's going to come in here. He wants to get this 2nd kill. He turns around and gets another one. Domination wants to come in here soon.
There's going to be the D hill. Just waiting to see the F hill. Vaughn's going to go back down towards E, and honestly, that E hill may actually be taken. So 1v2. This round very close. 181, 181. 2 players go down though, and Render just make these retakes look so simple. It's almost beautiful to watch when they do it.
Right?
It is. It's just, again, just to kind of reiterate the same point. They're almost on cruise control at this point. It is wonderful to see, and I'm so glad we got to witness this Render squad on stream this evening, because I feel like a couple of those players have really made a name for themselves. A 7-1 victory. Reactive just left in the dust.
Yeah, Render. These guys are definitely out here to prove themselves. You know?